Howdy, I'm Blake McDaniel, class of 2013, and today I'm going to talk to y'all about Texas rigged bass fishing. The Texas rig is basically broken down into three components. You have your tackle, your setup, your rod, reel, bait, all that good stuff. Second, you have your casting, and third, you have setting the hook and catching the fish. Through my years of experience, I found that this is the best way to catch bass fishing, or catch bass and while you're bass fishing. And I hope after I deliver this speech it'll help y'all and maybe get y'all into the sport as much as I am and find a new passion for something you love to do. The first thing I'm going to go over is the tackle when fishing a Texas rig. If I could get my cameraman to step up. You have your basic tackle, which is your rod and reel, which I'm going to start with. Today we're just going to use a medium action 7-foot rod, and we got a quantum reel, which is a bait cast reel. That's why it has the open face right here. The other part of your setup for Texas rig is right here. You have your line, your weight, and your hook. As you can see, the weight can slide up and down, and that's what's going to give your bait the action when it's going into the water. Right here you have your normal bass worm hook. And the way the Texas rig is set up, you have your worm. Today we have a watermelon red lizard. You're going to take your hook, put it through the nose of your worm, like so. Go about 1/4 inch in and poke it out. So it's coming through like that. Slide your worm up the hook. When your worm's up the hook, you're going to spin it around. And you're going to stick the hook. A good judgment whenever you stick the hook back through, kind of let your bait hang. Wherever it's hanging, you want to stick your hook right in there. And so now you have a real natural looking worm, Texas rig. So here is your Texas rig. And this is the tackle you need. Your rod, your reel, your sliding bullet weight, your worm, and your worm hook. Alright, now that I've talked to y'all about the basic tackle used to set up the Texas rig, I'm going to go over casting. Like I said, this is an open face quantum reel. So to cast, there's really three components. You want to first get a staggered stance. You don't want your feet close together too far apart. You want to follow through, and most of all you want to use two hands. I have a bad habit of using one hand, and really to be truly accurate and cast far you want to use two hands. So I'm going to cast off the front of the boat here. I don't know if y'all will be able to see it, but I'm going to try to get it in. Two hands, staggered stance, and follow through. And now your Texas rig is out in the water. So we're working a Texas rig. You're going to let your bait sink all the way. We're in about 8 foot of water right now, so it'll take you a little bit with that small of weight to hit the bottom. Once your worm's on the bottom, you'll feel it. Whenever you're dragging your bait, you're going to feel it on the bottom. The third component of my speech I was going to tell y'all is setting the hook and catching the fish, which I hope and may happen right now. But basically, working a Texas rig, you're just dragging that bait along the bottom of the ground. You're bouncing it off structure, all that good stuff. And so you just slowly are working that bait, and as you pull up, that worm's floating in the water, going up and down, up and down. So that lizard will be rolling through there. Hopefully trigger the genetic response and that bass will attack. Pow! Like that. So you just keep working your rig. And let's just say I got a bite, which I don't have right now. To set your hook, you're going to first reel up your slack. You'll feel that fish biting. So you reel up your slack, you're going to point your rod at your bait, and you're going to set the hook. So reel up your slack, point the rod, set the hook. That's how you catch your fish. Whenever you got that fish on, you want to just keep reeling, keep reeling. Don't let no slack in the line, because if you let slack in your line, the fish is going to get off. Basically, that's the Texas rig. You got your tackle, your rod, reel, worm hook, worm, and weight. You've got your casting, the bait cast, rod and reel, staggered stance, all that good stuff. And of course setting the hook. When you set the hook on the fish, hopefully you'll catch that big fish everyone's dreaming for. And I just want to thank y'all and good luck. Thumbs up. And this is what happens when you set the hook on the largemouth bass.